It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Laura Loomer is turning on Donald Trump and calling him out today after the announcement of the Qatari airbase. Now, if you missed it today, Pete Hegseth announced that Qatar will have an Air Force base within the United States. And MAGA immediately blew up with Laura Loomer leading the charge. Check this post out. What is America First about allowing Qatar to have a military base on U.S. soil? This is an abomination. So much for making America safe again. There's more to that post that I had to cut off because it gets rough. And she followed that up, encouraging people not to vote in 2026 and saying that this is a line in the sand that she will not accept. This is MAGA turning on Donald Trump, and you can bet he's going forward with this base. He just got a new golf course in Qatar. He just got the plane. It's about time that MAGA realizes what we've been telling them. Donald Trump does not care. He even told you he doesn't care about you. He just wants your vote. You can yell at him all you want. If there's something in it for him, he's moving forward whether you like it or not. Laura Loomer is turning on.
Mind you, Trump's golf just has a brand new golf course opening up in Qatar. And he got a $400 million plane. Man, and you know what? I seen something crazy, but I seen something so crazy and I was like, what the is that? But I'm gonna have to save that for another video. But I'm telling you what, I knew something was going on when I seen it, and I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. But this unite with Qatar, it isn't about healthcare. It isn't about terrorism. It is because Qatar is a safe ass place. It's safe than a mug. I mean, you know, they got their tools and fuse just like America. But what I'm gonna tell you is, it's about money, and it's lining somebody's pocket up. It's lining somebody's family up. You know who want to be one of the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers? That's what they want to be. They want to be lined up with Heinz. Y'all know Heinz, they rich in the mug. Johnson and Johnson. I don't even know if Johnson and Johnson is a family, but I know whoever Johnson, the first Johnson and the second Johnson, they family good.
Kevin Stitt is the Republican governor of Oklahoma and the chair of the National Governors Association. He just went on the record calling Donald Trump's invasion of Chicago and Portland a violation of states' rights and a violation of our form of government, correctly recognizing and refusing to succumb to the hypocrisy by calling out that he and his fellow Oklahomans would have lost their minds if President Biden had ever sent the National Guard from Illinois into Oklahoma. This development, on top of Marjorie Taylor Greene turning on Trump over the shutdown, could not have come at a better time, because over the insanity of the past couple of weeks, I was struck by exactly how badly Donald Trump is being failed by his advisors, and by extension, how badly he is failing his MAGA base. And the proof is in the data, and I'm going to show it to you. And by the end of this video, I think you will agree with me that we should be collectively shocked that any person still supports Trump, and that Trump hasn't fired his entire cabinet. Because right now, his primary focus, and remember these topics, is sending the National Guard into blue cities, spending billions of dollars to chase undocumented immigrants, while 70 to 75% of Americans believe that if you're undocumented but you haven't committed any other crimes, you should stay. He forced an indictment on James Comey, and he's trying to do the same to Adam Schiff, trying to force criminal consequences for superficial emotional grievances. He's forcing prices up by forcing tariffs down our throat, not just on imports from China, but on our best trading partners like Canada, Brazil, and Mexico. And he's not only fired tens of thousands of federal workers who were insufficiently loyal to him, but now he's gone even further by allowing Pete Hegseth to fire active duty members of the military. Now let's compare these these actions and priorities to the responses from Trump voters in a November 2024 poll, where after he was successfully elected, they were asked how he should govern. In this poll, after voting for Trump, 58% of Trump's own voters said it would be inappropriate for him to fire federal workers for being insufficiently loyal. 58% of them said it would be inappropriate for him to pardon friends, family, or supporters who committed crimes. 42% of Trump voters said it would be inappropriate for him to govern with executive orders if he can't get his priorities through Congress. And 46% of Trump voters said it would be unacceptable for Trump to order the Justice Department to investigate his Democratic rivals. I cannot emphasize this enough. These are only Trump voters. But because of Donald Trump's brain rot advisors, his entire first year has been a laundry list of things nobody wanted. All while we bleed good jobs, while prices continue to climb, and while Russia does whatever they want. And all while personal freedoms and states' rights are under constant attack. And if you're one of these Republicans like Kevin Stitt, or dare I even say Marjorie Taylor Greene, do not let them gaslight you into believing that this is what you wanted. You were right. These were terrible ideas then, and they're even worse now, because his incompetent administration finds a way to make bad ideas even worse with their circus sideshow execution. I still believe that millions of Republicans just wanted better jobs and lower prices, but they just got conned. Because Donald Trump surrounded himself with people more focused on loyalty and cruelty than prosperity, and because he doesn't have the judgment to fire them.
Now, y'all know I'm from Oklahoma, and boy, Kevin Stitt, boy. He's what you want to call a YN. He came in firing hot. He wanted to take the state, he wanted to take the governor's house out of Oklahoma City. What is wrong with you? He did this $2 million renovation of a kitchen. The guy, $2 million kitchen. A $2 million kitchen, dog. A $2 million kitchen that Oklahomans had to pay for. $2 million kitchen? Oh, y'all ain't know? And now Kevin Stitt is telling, well, you know, I'm against Trump going into Illinois because it's unconstitutional for the state. I'm actually surprised. I want to see that come out of his fat ass lips. If I see that come out of his lips, then I might change my mind about him. But I don't believe it. I don't believe somebody who spends $2 million on a kitchen on Oklahoma taxpayers is willing to stand up to his Lord and Savior, Donald Trump. I just don't believe it, but there's more.
I've got a message for Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt. I'm the chair for the Tulsa County Democratic Party, the second largest county in our state. If you continue doing what you're doing, you keep threatening the mayor, you keep threatening the city, you keep attacking people who are homeless, you keep threatening people who are migrants, you keep threatening to bring the National Guard and the secret police down upon our county, I promise you, not only will we flip House seats next year, we're going to flip a Senate seat. You know what? You keep it up, I might flip a Board of County Commissioners seat next year. You know what we'll do 2 years after that? We'll flip another one. Then we'll have a 2-1 majority. Keep it up, Kevin. I've already got people out knocking doors. I've only been in office for 4 months. We've got people knocking doors every single week. And if you think that I will not use your behavior as an opportunity to get even more volunteers out knocking doors, even more voters in the loop and angry about your bad behavior, you are sorely mistaken.
This was just a month ago when he was threatening to bring the National Guard to Oklahoma, specifically Tulsa. If you don't, okay, there's a select few cities in America on First 48. And when you think of First 48 in Oklahoma, you think Tulsa. Kevin Stitt is from Tulsa. He wants to get First 48 out of Tulsa. So he threatened to bring the National Guard. But then, now he's saying, I wouldn't want Donald Trump to take the National Guard from another state to another state. But just a month ago, so this is why I don't know if I believe all these Republicans standing up to Donald Trump and the MAGA at this moment. It's suspicious. It's too many at one time. And y'all ain't had no talks with Hakeem Jeffries, I think, or Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, y'all better be tight-lipped about what's going on, because I need some answers. America needs to know what the hell is going on with all these Republicans all of a sudden flipping in 1 week. 3 major Trump supporters, 3 major outspoken Trump supporters have went up against him in 1 week and 1 week and a couple days into the shutdown. It's not a game, folks.
We have some major news right now. We are seeing major cracks forming in the Republican Party right now. In a stunning move, Oklahoma's Republican Governor Kevin Stitt, who has been a major supporter of President Trump, is publicly breaking from the administration. He is blasting the decision to send the Texas National Guard into Chicago, calling it a flagrant violation of states' rights and a dangerous overreach of the United States Constitution. While Governor Stitt clarified that he supports the administration's overall goal of a nationwide crime crackdown, he is vehemently opposing the method. He argues that using one state's guard to police another undermines the foundation of American federalism. In a powerful statement, he put the situation in perspective for his constituents, saying that Oklahoma residents would never support a hypothetical Biden administration sending the Illinois National Guard, commanded by Governor J.B. Pritzker, into Oklahoma. This is a massively significant development. For the first time, a high-profile, Trump-supporting governor is drawing a clear line in the sand, choosing constitutional principles over party loyalty. And this isn't happening in a vacuum. These internal divisions are becoming more visible, as Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is also openly blasting her own party's leadership over the government shutdown. We are witnessing critical fractures emerge at the highest levels of the GOP. The question now is whether this is the beginning of a larger rebellion. We have...
Hey, listen, it's happening. I don't know. Let's see. We only 10 days into the government shutdown, and we have three large names. 3. But there could be more.
The Republican governor of Oklahoma is breaking with President Trump over the deployment of the Texas National Guard to Illinois. Kevin Stitt, who chairs the National Governors Association, said the president's move violates his belief in states' rights. He noted how people in his state would, quote, lose their mind if Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker sent troops down to Oklahoma during the Biden administration. As the New York Times reports, Stitt said he is worried about the precedent that was being set by the Guard deployment and how it could be used by a president from another part. Where have I heard that before?
Well, exactly. And Gene Robinson, this is what we keep talking about. And again, it's not to sound like a broken record, but these Republicans, again, are setting up precedents that they're going to absolutely lose their mind on when, I don't know, let's say the state of California decides in 2029 they're going to send National Guard troops to make sure that a trans athlete can be escorted into a swim meet in Dothan, Alabama. I mean, come on. Seriously, this is insanity, especially for the party that talks about states' rights. And I'm glad the governor actually spoke up and said, "Hey, Republicans, wake up. This is really bad."
This is very big. This is a big deal.
Absolutely. And Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois has been calling for the National Governors Association to say something. You don't like this, say something. And so, to his credit, Governor Stitt did. Look, what you do unto others will be done unto you. And that is, that's like a basic law of how this whole thing works. And nobody should want to see this. This is not necessary. This is certainly not normal. It is not healthy for our federal system. There's always a balance between federal and state rights, but clearly...
And by the way, Gene, this is, again, just so people know, everybody is so, like, obsessed with what's right in front of their faces right now. This has always been the case. I remember during impeachment in '99, I would say to my, Republican friends who were like, we're going to get Bill Clinton, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I said, it's '99. We don't know who's going to win in 2000, but one day there will be another. It doesn't seem like it now, but there will be another Republican president. And you need to make sure, however you vote, understand that standard will be applied to the Republican president.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basic. And yet Republicans, whether you talk about lawfare, whether you talk about National Guard going to different, all of these things, they're setting themselves up for a hard fall down the road.